As the Pro Stock cars come to the lanes, these are the current standings where Mike Edwards and Jeg Coughlin are separated by just a round. But remember, Jeggy's got that big matchup with Greg. Greg's going to get back in this points race. That would be a good time for a round win.
He better definitely get that win.
And don't forget the do or done line makes its debut later today. Where would you put it right now? Can I get a preview?
I'm saying probably if you're 100 points or more out, you're probably going to be below the line at the end of the day.
So Vincent on down. Notice has been served, although the yellow 9 not officially there till later today. But things can and do happen in a hurry on the NHRA Mellow Yellow Drag Racing Series. As Pro Stock round number 1, the first pair featured Vincent Nobile, 6th in points, 5 rounds back of first. V Gaines 9th in the standings. Hold on to this one. V Gaines just left on the kid Vincent Nobile, and he outran him 6:57.4. You know what's coming, Mike, right?
I think so.
Wait for it. V Gaines gets a round win.
Next up, it's our marquee matchup. You're on board with Jeg Coughlin, number 2 in the points. Really wants to be able to walk away with this event in that first position, but first he has to get around Greg Anderson. Greg Anderson really needs to get this round win to keep his hopes alive for a championship.
We talked about the championships and the race wins combined, 129, 74 of them belonging to Greg Anderson. 8 championships, 4 apiece, 9 Indy wins, but only one of them can get out and move into round number 2 in the marquee matchup. We're gonna go on board on Greg's roof, see if you can tell anything.
See who gets advantage. Dead even off the starting line. Oh, and look at Jeg pull away.
Yep, Jeggy's inching it away, and Jeggy's gonna be moving on to round 2. Did he? Oh, he's fired up about that one.
Beat his 58.5. Good job, buddy.
Oh, dejection.
Man, what a way to recover from Saturday yesterday. Ran it up just a taste high and low gear, but boy, that wind line looks fantastic. Great job.
Well, guess who comes up next, Mike?
It's Mike Edwards, number 1 in the points. Well, actually number 2 because Jeg just got that win. Oh, and look at the hole shot advantage for Larry Morgan. Huge hole shot. Will it be enough? Oh,
no!
It is. Look at that.
There's a new point leader. His name is Jeg Coughlin. Mike Edwards led it for 15 straight races. But Larry Morgan has just changed the countdown dramatically. And on the Lucas Oil photo finish cam, boy, it's a good thing we have electronics.
That was close. Man, that was a great race. This is also our Harley-Davidson hole shot. Take the reaction time and the elapsed time, the total amount after the green light came on is the time at the bottom. And you can see Larry Morgan hit the stripe 0.02 of a second quicker than Mike Edwards for the win.
Top end with Gary, a very dejected racer.
With Greg Anderson, what's the impact of this loss, Greg?
That hurts bad, Gary. That's the season, as I would say. It's I don't want to over dramatize it, but I think everything was on the line there for me and KB Racing and Team Summit, at least as far as I'm concerned. Jason's still alive and he's got a great race car, but I just haven't quite been able to find the right sweet spot with that race car all year. It's just been a little bit off in performance, and in this class you can't be 1 inch off, and I was there and I got beat. So now we got to turn our efforts to try and find a way to get that other Summit Chevy to the final round and win the race. Mike Edwards is out, that's big. Now we got to find a way to get Jeg Coughlin out, and I think it's a new game, but for me personally, gonna have to focus on the team car.
You can best believe his team car ran by Jason Line. Jason's sitting up in the seat right now, knowing what's at stake, having seen everything that just happened in front of him.
Oh, you see Roger Brogdon almost rolled the light, but got the better reaction time. But this was all Jason Line. Has a great race car, runs low ET of the event thus far.
Rolled the beams like crazy.
655.5 at 211 miles per hour.
His first round win here over the last 2 years. And it would be Greg Stanfield taking on the defending champion here at the Texas Motorplex, Alan Johnson. Can Greg steal one? No. Alan gets the reaction time advantage there. And Greg, he's just short on horsepower. So AJ takes the win, 6:55.0, betters that. And how about that? Jason Line goes 55.5, but loses lane choice to Alan Johnson in the next round. That'll be a great matchup.
Oh boy, I can't wait. Next up, it's Erica Ender Stevens up against Chris McGay. Hey, Erica, your #1 qualifier.
This, her 200th career round of racing.
She gets a slight advantage off the starting line, but boy, that car was hauling the mail. Heard the number, 657 at 210 miles per hour to Advancer.
And we'll bring us to Matt Hartford and Ricky Jones for Stock Sith Racing. Mark on hand this weekend. Love to see this team hook up next year. They could make life very interesting in pro stock, because Ricky is one of those guys that just knows how to get it done, and he just got it done here in round number 1. 6:57 beats a quicker but losing 6:64. We check in with Tommy Johnson Jr.
Larry, you've been coming to the Texas Motorplex since 1986 and complimented. How big was that first round win in pro stock?
You know what? They're all big, but you know what? Everybody says, why you pick on the tough guys? I go, you got to beat all the tough guys to get here anyhow. I'd rather have the tough guy. Who's the next tough guy I can get on? You know, we've been very lucky. You know, we didn't make a very good run that time, and I was lucky enough to drive well, so that's what it takes.
I've known Larry Morgan a long time. He likes to shake things up.
I'm definitely shaking things up, that's for sure.
Now the final pair. It's Shane Gray, your number 3 qualifier, 5th in the points coming into this event, up against Steve Kent. Neither driver with a very good reaction time, but Shane did get the advantage. And it's Shane Gray all the way, a 6:59 at 210 miles per hour to advance the Chevy.
So the Lucas Oil Ladders, we look forward now to round number 2 of Pro Stock. Features all countdown drivers in the top half. And how about Erica by 1/1000 with lane choice, and AJ by 5/1000 of a second advantage. He'll have lane choice over his competitor.
Other side, we only have a couple of countdown contenders in it, and that's Jed Coffin, who'll have lane choice over Ricky Jones, and then Shane Gray will pick his lane over Larry Morgan.
Well, as we look forward to Top Fuel round number 2.